my name is Jazmine Graza, and I'm the editorial intern for www.ocregister.com/opinion. Last week, Barack Obama addressed the controversy concerning his pastor, Reverend Jeremiah Wright, who has been labeled a radical figure because of a few incendiary sermons that he gave addressing race. In confronting this issue, Obama addressed the history of racial tension that continues to divide America. The speech certainly resonated throughout the American people, stirring commentators and exciting the blogosphere. To get a better understanding of its local impact, I asked Orange County residents what they thought about this address. Watch. Mr. Wright.
It was a necessary speech. It was something that he had to make, but it's not something that's going to go down in the annals of history. It was just a response that he had to give to this issue that was coming up that was gonna really bite him if he hadn't done anything about it. So I mean, he made a good speech. He said all the right things. He did the right thing about coming out and confronting the issue now as opposed to waiting till much later. It's just one of those campaign things that's not going to be remembered. It's going to be passed over as soon as somebody else says the next stupid thing.
First, he was in a political situation where he had to address the remarks of his former pastor and to an extent distance himself because it was creating a political problem for him. The way he did it, though, made it into something more than a speech of mere expedience. He began talking about the historical legacy of race in America, which is not often discussed, certainly not on the campaign trail, and certainly not with the kind of candor and with the kind of historical context that he gave that discussion.
I don't think he should have, I really don't think he should have addressed it because, I mean, race is, the difference between race, that's evident. There's a thing called white privilege in this country, and, the people that benefit from it are the ones that, are white or damn near next to white. And so I don't think he should have been in a position to, or felt the need to go ahead and defend his pastor's comments through coming out and giving a speech. That's his pastor's comments, that's his pastor's comments. Everybody's their own individual, their own person, regardless.
I thought it was good that he brought the issue to the forefront and confronted it and dealt with it frankly. It was refreshing to hear that kind of approach. On the other hand, he keeps saying that he wants to take race out of the election, and he keeps, by his actions and words, putting it back in. I think it was bound to amaze a lot of people at first. It was very different from all previous discussions. But I think that once the hubbub subsides, that there's going to be as much criticism as there is praise of the speech.
What I got out is his kind of sensitivity to the racial history of the United States. I thought the speech was inspiring in his reference to the Constitution and the promises of equality that it lays out. I thought it was kind of a gutsy and inspiring speech. I thought it was timely. I think it's been a long time since a presidential candidate has spoke with that kind of directness and honesty about race. I think it would be interesting if Hillary did something comparable for gender. It's interesting that that is as central to this election and yet I think has been less talked about and less overt.
I felt like he discussed it in a very well-mannered and educated way. He didn't go on a tyrant about it. He just addressed it to the people as it was. Of course, his pastor said some things that weren't right, but he addressed it as a man, and he knew that things were wrong.
I think that it's something that definitely makes history. His marketing in the way he communicates to people is probably the best I've ever seen. And definitely for people of, I think, college students, definitely people like myself that see the way he's doing things and the way he feels, a lot of people can relate to him. And I think that's one of the most important things that he's related to people. But back to speech, I think it was definitely something that was great. And if you haven't seen it, then definitely take a look at it because it's making history.
It is historical, it was good, or it could also be that the correspondents are playing it off as historical. If they say it was good, it was great, it was historical, and you didn't see the speech yourself, then you're going to believe it was historical, it was good, and could possibly help his campaign.